everyone, find the critical numbers of the function g of theta equals 4 theta minus tan of theta. So by our definition, the critical number of a function is the number c, in our case it's going to be theta, in the domain of f, so this is important, that either f prime of c equals 0 or f prime of c does not exist. So we'll go ahead and get started and first take the derivative of g prime of theta equals 4 minus secant squared of theta. Now let's set this to 0, or g prime of theta equals 0, and solve for secant. So we get secant squared of theta equals 4, and if you square root both sides, you get secant, don't forget to put the plus and minus, secant of theta equals plus or minus 2. That means cosine of theta equals plus or minus 1/2. You just flip it. Remember, cosine of theta equals 1 over secant theta. So you can just flip it. This is easier to work with. So for cosine of theta equal plus or minus 1/2, and you know that cosine is periodic, everywhere that cosine of theta is 1/2 is at pi over 3, pi divided by 3, and then you just keep going around 360 degrees. So I like to put k. Let me just put k. 2k pi. And another one, it's all the 3 ones. So 5 pi divided by 3 plus 2k pi. And this is where k is an integer, positive or negative. And we have theta equals 2 pi divided by 3 plus 2k pi. And we have theta, the last one is 4 pi divided by 3 plus 2k pi. So these are all your critical numbers. And remember, theta, for this part right here, where it doesn't exist, the values of theta that make g prime of theta undefined aren't in the domain of our original function. So they're not even in that domain, so undefined. All right, so these are your answers, and that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.